Thank you, Nida, for that wonderful introduction. And hey, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar on how AI is redefining content creation for agencies and their clients. I'm so excited to have you all here today because if you're anything like me, content creation sometimes feels like a never-ending sprint. And for digital agencies, that pressure is 10 times more intense. Let's be honest, the content demands never stop. Whether you belong to the entertainment or fashion industry or even furniture, healthcare, pharmaceutical niche. Look at these numbers. Over 55% of agencies say they struggle with creating content that actually drives conversions. Then there's the battle to stand out, be consistent with your content, create the right content for your audience, creating enough content repurposing, optimizing for SEO, making sure everything stays on brand, tackling writer's block, all while pumping out high quality content every week. It's overwhelming. And that's exactly why I'm here today to show you how you can use AI to your advantage. We'll talk about ways AI doesn't just assist with content, it completely transforms the way we approach it. So, here's what you'll walk away with by the end of this session: how to create high quality content fast, ways to stay creative and never face writer's block again, how to personalize messaging for every client and every niche, the secret to letting data guide your content strategies, and how AI workflows can help you work smarter, not harder. We're also going to give you the master prompt guide for content creation absolutely free. Custom AI prompts for you to get started with your AI content creation journey and that help you get results. So stick around till the end. You will not be disappointed. So let's get to it. AI tools for topic research. Let's start with ideation. Because if you can't find relevant topics in time, you're already behind. It used to take me a lot of time initially. Check out keyword research tools, check Google for trending topics, keywords. But how do I get high quality content and fast? This is where AI shines. There's Collab AI that comes with the web search feature. I find this extremely helpful because it curates trending high traction topics in real time, literally putting what your audience wants to read at your fingertips. To give you an example, say that say I'm using the web search feature on Collab AI and I add in the prompt. Say I want to look out for something in the furniture niche and I want to find relevant topics regarding that. So it's important to be as detailed with your prompt. So instead of saying give me trending topics on furniture trends, you can say something like I would like to write on trending topics on modular and multifunctional furniture in the furniture niche for 2025 for my blog post readers. They're currently interested in modular sofas, convertible beds, etc. And can you give me some trending topics to write on? And within seconds, the AI agent gives you all of the related relevant topics. So it gives me blog worthy trending topics and within seconds. So then there's also perplexity where which gives you citation sources. So if I type in the same prompt, I get the relevant trending topics that I can work on and the citation sources. So if I open it up, it gives me the blog topics that are trending, and this kind of helps with research and keyword related stuff as well. And of course, if you want to validate these topics, you can always check whether these topics, you can always pair that with RF's free keyword research generator tool and kind of see whether these topics are actually validated enough for you to use them in your various content strategies. So if I use the multifunctional furniture, type in target audience and say find keywords, it verifies and validates and it gives me a list of the details that I want to know. So multifunctional furniture is has a high keyword difficulty, but multifunctional furniture for tiny houses is something I could work with an easy keyword difficulty and 100 monthly searches, an excellent opportunity to rank. Also, multifunctional furniture ideas is something you can use. Use these terms for blog topics, newsletter content, and SEO strategies. Everything is sorted. Then there is also Answer the Public. This tool visualizes the kinds of questions people are asking on Google around a specific keyword. So it kind of gives you all of the questions that people are asking in real time on Google. So if it's perfect for mapping out pillar content and clustering ideas around search intent and stuff like that. So say I want to target the luxury fashion industry. So I go into Answer the Public, add in luxury fashion as a keyword, and type in the target audience, click on the target audience and say search. And again, within seconds, it gives me the sorry, it gives me hundreds of content ideas in seconds. It crawls Google autocomplete searches and gives you questions based on search volume and competition data. So each of these questions is a potential blog post, social media, series content, or a newsletter topic. So you could maybe use which brands are luxury fashion, can luxury fashion ever be fully sustainable, why luxury fashion, all of these. And if you expand them, it kind of gives you all of the blog topics that are ranking on the first page of Google. So you can again open them out and research and figure out what will be included in your content. And if I combine this with Collab AI's trend search, it's unstoppable because I'm not just brainstorming anymore, I'm building content with real demand behind it. Okay, so now you've got your idea, and now comes execution. And if you're anything like me, this is where it used to get usually messy because you have to spend time on a blog outline, writing content from scratch, which could easily take days, and proofreading, reviewing. Now there are some amazing tools out there. There's of course Cloudy, ChatGPT, Gemini, all incredibly powerful LLMs. Then there's Jasper that gives you awesome campaign copy for sales and content strategies. Writersonic that nails SEO optimized content, Grammarly that gives you polished content and helps with AI powered editing. Junia is fantastic for long form blog posts. But here's the thing, each one does one part of the job, which means you're always bouncing between platforms, tools, tabs, just to get one piece of content out the door. And all of that context switching, it kind of kills momentum, productivity, and even creativity. That's why I've started using Collab AI agents, and something made sense because it's like I'm having an entire team of specialized AI agents all in one place, in one self hosted, secure, open source platform. And each of these AI agents are designed for a specific step in the content process. So, no more juggling, all the tools are right there. So, if I need a structure, the blog outline generator builds a clean, logical flow, optimized for search. If I want long form content, the ultimate SEO blog writing AI agent works wonders. If I want a second opinion, the article reviewer agent gives real time feedback to level up my drafts. If I have one great blog and I want to convert it into multiple formats, whether that's a LinkedIn post, a Twitter thread, an Instagram caption, without losing my own voice, then the content repurposer AI agent works wonders. And for strategy, the smart agency marketing assistant is honestly like having a mini marketing brain on your team. And it doesn't just rely on one AI model, it brings together Cloud8, ChatGPT, Gemini, even DeepSeek all in one place. So I'm not stuck with one perspective or one way of writing. I'm not saying Collab AI is the only way to do it, but for me, it's been time saving and streamlined my entire process. If I have to give you an example, if I show you the ultimate SEO blog writing expert, so I just type in the prompt saying write a blog on how AI is helping smaller healthcare providers improve patient journeys. So I'm targeting the healthcare niche over here basically. And yeah, that's all I need to do. And it kind of gives me the blog intelligence gathering, whether that's for tone, blog length, article style. Then it goes to phase two, which is topic research and competitive analysis. So it will give me what competitors missed and what are the elements I could include in my own content, keywords to target, any fresh angles that I can take into account. Then there's phase three, which is the strategic content plan presentation. It basically shows me the primary keyword search volume with different options, and it helps me pick between the three. So if I pick option A, it shows me the blog outline of how the blog is going to be, main sections, hook, the different sections, FAQ section, conclusion, key elements. And if I want to tweak it, of course, I can always tweak it. It'll also ask me that question. So I was okay with the blog outline. So it then went on to giving me the blog content phase by phase, section by section. And yeah, when it gives me the complete blog, there's everything I need: the intro, the sections, the bullet points for readability, real world AI applications, any frequently asked questions, conclusion, and even the metadata. So the focus keywords, slug, meta description, all text for the main image, even any internal linking recommendations if I want to link any of my other service pages to the blog. I It would give me recommendations on how to do so, any image suggestions which I can add into the blog, formatting tips. So in this way, from the beginning to the end, Collab AI gives me the entire blog content process in just like a few minutes. Sorry. Yeah, so let's talk about prompt engineering. AI is only as good as the instructions you give it. So prompt engineering is very important. It's the difference between generic fluff and high impact content. Think of a good prompt like a creative brief. So it needs context. That is, what's the situation? Why are you creating this context? Add that into the prompt. Next is task and goal. So, what do you want the AI to do? Write, summarize, compare, brainstorm, analyze. Next is tone and persona. So, what do you want the tone of the writing to be like? Witty, professional, empathetic, conversational. It all depends on the brand voice basically and your client's brand voice. Next is target audience. Who is this content for? Busy executives, Gen Z consumers, your niche professionals, whether it's a healthcare, luxury fashion, furniture related professionals, stuff like that. Then is format and structure. So, what is the format of the blog? What is the structure of the blog? Whether it's a blog post, a press release, a carousel, caption, video script. Next is specificity. So, details matter. The more precise, the better. Word count limits. Make sure you include all of that. So, the word count limits, required data points, any internal references, compliance mentions, any examples. If you want the AI to mirror your kind of writing or your kind of terms that you use, then make sure you give a few examples the AI platform can reference. And the next is temperature and creativity. So, do you want the response to play it safe or take bold risks? A lower temperature is more factual and conservative, and a higher temperature is more creative and experimental. And the last is time or timelessness. So, should it reflect current events or trends? If yes, you add a date or event reference. To show you an example, so this is a prompt that I drafted. Write a professional press release. So professional becomes the tone, press release becomes the format or structure of the content for our newly FDA approved cardiac monitor. So again, this targets the healthcare niche. So for our newly FDA approved cardiac monitor, so this is the specificness of the prompt targeting healthcare professionals. This becomes the target audience. Include a headline, body, paragraphs, and an executive quote. So, since it's a press release, all of these elements are required, and that's part of the format and structure. Keep under 300 words. That's again the specifics. Mention FDA approval, all of these, the product name, details, and reference current cardiac care standards. So, that becomes the examples that it can take reference from, and use a factual, trustworthy tone. So, again, that becomes tone and temperature. So, that's like factual, not too bold, not too creative, and similar to successful Medtronic releases. So that's again examples. So the level of specificity is very important. The more specific you are, the better the results. Sorry. Yeah. So next we move on to personalizing your content and staying authentic to your brand. Staying authentic to your brand is very important because as an agency you may be dealing with all kinds of clients and what their brand stands for. Some professionals are factual, some are fun, easygoing, some need to go viral, some need to ooze luxury and be understated. So here's the mistake I used to make. I used to treat AI like a mind reader. I used to type something vague into the prompt and hope for the best. But that doesn't usually work. Instead, you need to train AI like it's your junior strategist or a team member. So instead of just saying, write me a social media post about productivity, you give it context and other details. So, say you are a marketing strategist, so add in the brand mission, core beliefs, audience, tone. So, in this way, giving it context, so it kind of mirrors your tone and your best post. So, you're really personalizing your content. You can also use it to think in systems, not just posts. So instead of just saying, give me a caption about your specific agency product, you can give AI a campaign to build. So, and ask it to give you different kinds of posts. So, if it's a three-part content series, you can ask it to give you a viral style hook post, a storytelling reel, a CTA driven carousel to promote your freebie. So, in this way, you're not just generating content, you're building content strategy. And then you can always use AI to analyze and improve your content. So, AI can act as your marketing coach, not just a content generator. So instead of just saying, write me a better Instagram caption with along with the Instagram caption, you can give it the caption and say, analyze why it didn't perform well and suggest improvements and a stronger hook and CTA. So in this way, it kind of helps you understand also where you can better yourself. And yeah, you can also use AI to repurpose your content. So if there is an amazing blog that can be worked into different kind of multiple content formats, then you can, instead of just saying write a blog post and being done with it, you can take that blog and say turn it into an Instagram carousel post, a LinkedIn post, a reel script, a Twitter thread, and you can have multiple sources of content. And you can also train AI to write like you. So instead of just saying write me a sales email, you can ask it to, you can give it a past sales email and say this is an email that did well, and analyze the tone, structure, style, write a new sales email for my latest offer in the same voice and tone. So in that way you can, that way AI can mirror your best work. So every piece also feels more human, not robotic. Okay, and now let's move on to what happens after you hit publish. AI powered analytics show you hidden patterns that help you improve before things go flat. So, if you've been using Google Analytics and Search Console to track surface metrics like clicks, impressions, rankings, page views, user behavior, custom events, click data, stuff like that, you can also pair it with Collab AI's integration and you can go deeper. You can use it to, when you combine it with AI, it kind of gives you, you can automate your extraction of data, you can analyze trends, and even do keyword level performance breakdowns. Here's an actual analysis of our platform. So I've taken a screenshot of the Google Analytics page and I've fed it into my AI agent on Collab AI, the analysis AI agent, and within seconds it gave me insights on the total number of clicks, total impressions, summary of insights. So, whatever I could do to improve my average positioning, any noticeable increase in clicks, and the overall site performance, and the next steps that I can take. So, in that way, it kind of gives you a clearer idea fast so that you can move on to your next strategy. Similarly, the Collab AI even recommends next steps like snippet optimization, meta improvements. So here's a real visual again of the dashboard of Google Analytics, and here's a side by side comparison. So I've just taken the screenshot and from the Google Analytics page and I've fed it into my AI agent, and instantly it gave me an entire data and analysis recommendations list. So the overall metrics, key insights, any recommendations that I can use to improve my user engagement, the ways I can returning users, any content strategy reevaluations that I can work on, how to optimize my user experience, any SEO enhancements that I can do. So in this way, it kind of gives you a step-by-step analysis. So there's no spreadsheets, no guesswork, just insights. In just 1 month, we saw a 5.6% boost in impressions and a small bump in click-throughs. That may seem minor, but over time, that's momentum, that's reach, and that's revenue. And now here's the final part, and maybe the most important, which is humanization and humanizing your content. Because let's be real, we've all read that one blog post that screams this was written by a robot. It's not even that hard to spot one, actually. You can make a game out of spotting AI generated content. The M dash added every now and then. It's telling. You know the type, full of buzzwords like tapestry, realm, embark, cutting edge, or my personal favorite, elevate. I see it all the time everywhere. It might be grammatically correct, but it lacks any real connection. And the truth is, people can tell. Your readers can tell that that's AI, and that disconnect, it kind of breaks trust before your message even lands to your target audience. So tools like Quillbot can really help in this case. It can help you detect the human to AI ratio. So whatever you generate through AI, you can add it to Quillbot, and it gives you a whole list of a highlighted list of what is AI generated and what is not. So in that way you can humanize your content accordingly. Collabai's humanize AI agent gives you, adjust the phrasing so it passes AI detection and it feels more human, natural, and real. These tools are very simple to use once you try them out. So you just have to go ahead and try them out. It's important to keep a 70 to 30% human to AI ratio for a smooth tone and flow. So 70% human content and 30% AI generated. So in that way, the tone is smooth and the flow is natural. Also, make sure you add a lot of anecdotes, examples, and insights that only you can provide. So, in this way, it adds genuine connection and creativity. And of course, you have to always refine because you cannot just type in a prompt, generate the content, and just use that content and hope for the best. Great writing makes you feel, think, laugh, question, and understand things differently. That's not just about language, it's about soul. So, yeah, so take the time to humanize your content. It really pays off. And that human to AI combo, that's where the real power is. And yeah, before we wrap up, as promised, if you're serious about mastering AI content, scan this QR code and get direct access to the master prompt for content guide creation. You'll get 10 master prompts that can begin your content journey successfully and can assure you results. So, from blog posts, video scripts, landing page, and more, it's all there, all of the prompts. So, scan it while it's still available and give your agency the push it deserves. So, yeah, there you have it. How AI isn't just a tool but a full fledged creative partner. I hope you have learned that by now. If you're an agency leader, a content strategist, or just someone tired of staring at a blank Google Doc, I hope this helped to reframe what's possible. Thanks for spending this time with me.